In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the gift box pop-up card, and here's what the card looks like. So this card comes in several pieces. I'm going to open the envelope. This is the outside envelope that the card comes in. And here's the card. Now I made this card for my wife on our 5-year anniversary, so that's why it says happy 5-year anniversary. I also made it out of this turquoise cardstock, so it looks like a Tiffany box. And in this pop-up card, you can actually remove the lid and put something inside. Now the first thing you want to do is go to creativepopupcards.com to get the template. Now this template comes in 5 sheets, and the first sheet has all the parts of the box, and it's lettered so that you can follow along with the instructions. I'm going to start by assembling the top box lid, and in this card I'm going to make, in this tutorial, I'm going to make a red box and a white background. So we're going to first make this lid. So cut out your first piece, which is part A, and then the 2 part B's. So in this lid, go ahead and fold down the edges. Fold the top, and then you'll see these, there's a slit on the side on this flap. Fold these flaps in and close the flaps by locking them in place. And this actually creates 2 pockets which fit on top of the box. Now with your part B, you're going to fold these in half and insert these tabs on the edge of your lid. And you've noticed we made small slots in these edges. Okay, so now the lid is done. You want to make sure that this lid folds flat very easily, because when you open the box, you want this lid to open up very easily so that it opens up very square. So I'm going to fold the top section back and forth, make sure these creases fold very easily. Now, you also might want to put a little piece of tape on the inside of your lid in these locations here, just to secure this tab. I tried to design this card so that it uses minimum amount of tape, but it doesn't hurt to put a little bit of tape on those corners just to make it a little bit stronger. Next, let's assemble the sides of the box. So cut out sections C. There's 2 pieces, they're identical, and we're going to fold these around and insert them into the inside card. So you'll see the inside card has 3 slots. We're going to use the outside slots, and these slots are fairly large because there's going to be several pieces that will fit into those slots. So I'm going to start by assembling one edge here and there. So that's half of the box. Let's do the same with the other half. But when you assemble this, there's 2 slots, you'll notice, on the ends of these larger pieces, and they will slot together. Same thing on both sides. Again, if you'd like to put some tape on the inside to make it a little bit stronger, that's okay. So there's your size of your box. Now on the underside, go ahead and fold these flaps down to secure them in place. Now don't tape them yet. What we're going to do now, and you'll see the lid fits on top of the box like that. So we're almost done. So what we want to do next is actually put in the ribbon before taping those tabs down. Now I've cut some silver ribbon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the ribbon along the sides of the box. Make sure the ribbon is centered. And then tape the ribbon down. You could also tape the tabs down. Like so. That's one side. Let's insert the other side. And make sure you fold the flaps toward the outside of the card, because we're going to add in some items on the inside of the card which will still use those slots. Okay, there's several things you could do to the inside of the card. So in this Tiffany box card, I have a platform along with 2 pieces of felt so that I could put some jewelry on here. But I've also included in the template some other items, such as 2 hearts that you could put inside. This can make a Valentine's Day card or even a birthday card. With these slots, they could be inserted into the bottom of the box, like so. I also included 2 little teddy bears where you could glue these hearts onto the tummy, and then also assemble these on the inside of the box. And I'll show you what these look like when it's fully assembled. I'm going to glue these bears together. Now I've already assembled the teddy bears in this version, so this is what it would look like with the 2 bears. And what you see inside, I made the bears out of brown and put some hearts on the stomach and a little bow in the back. And as you can see on the inside or the back of the card, the tabs are going through the same hole. Okay, so let's see what this looks like with the hearts. Now I'm going to insert the tabs on the sides of the heart through the same hole. And if you use either the teddy bears or the hearts, then you do not need to cut the center slot out. So this is what it looks like with the 2 hearts on the inside. So those are 2 options. Now the third option is to put the platform in there so that you can actually put a piece of jewelry inside the box. So, and this is what I did with the Tiffany's box, like so. So what you want to do is cut out the piece, the number or the letter E. Now I've already cut out some felt and just match the size of this platform. I'm going to use double-sided tape to attach it. But before you do that, I made some additional slits that aren't in the template. If you want to put a ring, I would suggest putting a slot down the center. If you want to put a necklace, you can make slots on the sides. And earrings, this works really well for a pair of stud earrings. You could put maybe 2 holes on the sides like so. So I've also made some slits on the felt itself. And I'm using double-sided tape, but you could also use glue to attach these pieces of felt. Okay, so as an example, I took a few pieces of my wife's jewelry. So if you put a ring, the ring would look like this down the center. And you want to make the slot, I did not put this in the template, but you can make the slot however large you need it so that this ring sits in the center. Now this pearl might be a little bit thick, so this probably works better for a thin ring. Now if you have earrings, these will dangle, so I could attach these at the top. Or if you have studs, this is the closest I could find to a stud. You can poke a hole or even put it into the felt only so that the earrings sit flat, like so. And lastly, if you wanted to put a necklace on, then you could use the 2 slots. This is the actual necklace I got my wife for our anniversary. 5 petals for 5 years. So I could slide the necklace in the slot that I made at the top of this platform. Now, I would suggest that you put your jewelry in before assembling the card, because you have a lot of, if you have a necklace, you may have the extra part of the chain you need to put away. So for example, if I were to attach this necklace, then I would probably tape this chain on the back. Now this makes it a little bit difficult to be removed, but at least it stays in place. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble the card without the jewelry. So once you attach this felt, you could glue it or tape it in place. Then what I have also, and this is recommended but not necessary, this is part D, and this is a stabilizer I put in the center of the card. So you'll see some slots on these edges, so fit the stabilizer in these slots and insert this through the center of the card. Okay, so as you have noticed, while I was assembling, I just broke the side of the box, but it's fixable. All we have to do is tape the inside of this box here. I'm going to do this real quickly. So if it happens to me, there's probably a good chance it could happen to you. But it's easy to fix. So I'm just going to take a piece of tape, and like I said, I tried to make this easy to assemble without using tape or glue, but if you use tape or glue, it just makes it a little bit stronger. Okay, I'd probably recommend using glue so that this inside doesn't separate. Okay, so it's fixed. It's as good as new. Again, let's go ahead and assemble. Maybe I'm going to assemble fold the card slightly so the edges push out. Carefully insert tab on one side. Then the center. Again, it's a little bit tricky. And then finally the last side. Like so. Let's go ahead and tape these tabs down. Make sure the card folds relatively flat. Now there's felt in it, so it's not going to fold completely flat. There. Now the box, platform are assembled. Now you could attach this inside card with the outside card. Now this outside card has 2 slits on each side, slightly offset, and just slide the corners through those slits. Make sure the card folds flat. Okay, now assemble your lid. Notice that the edges of the box are slightly tapered so that it's a little bit easier to assemble. So you've made these pockets, slide these edges into the pockets. Like so. Now tie a ribbon. I'm pretty bad at tying ribbon, but I'm sure you're better than I am. And it takes a little bit of practice to get your ribbon just right. I'll probably need to iron my silver ribbon. It's a little wrinkled. But there are plenty of videos on making perfect ribbons. So fold that perfect ribbon, and there you have the box. Okay. And as you open and close it, as you could see, if the lid is very stiff, it won't open perfectly flat. Okay, so now let's make the envelope for your card. Now I've already cut this piece out. Now this piece uses 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It's very close to the edge, so if you cut it with a cutting machine, you want to make sure that the entire envelope fits on your card as you cut it out. So you want to make sure it's fully aligned. So this is pretty simple. Just fold the edges up. So this envelope will look like this. It will barely touch. These edges will barely touch, and you'll have a ribbon to cover that up. So on this side, I made a little heart. You don't have to cut the heart out, but it depends on what ribbon you use. I'm going to use a red ribbon, and this red ribbon will go through the first slot and then out the second slot, so you'll be able to see the ribbon like so. And in my anniversary card, I put our initials in there, so you saw the initials in white through the card. So you could do whatever you like. This slot, you could use a 7/8 ribbon. This ribbon's a little bit thinner. You could use, I think this might be this is a 5/8 ribbon. So, and that's pretty much it. So once you fit your card, the card should fit. You know, as you fold it, because there's stuff inside, it's not going to fold perfectly flat. That's why I've included this thicker envelope. So that's what it would look like. And then use your ribbon to tie the envelope shut. Like I said, I'm not the best at tying ribbon. This is what it's going to look like, and I'm going to cut it here. Now here's what the final card looks like. Again, this is a white envelope, white card with a red box, and I had to tie this ribbon offline because it took me a long time to tie it. So as you open the box, this is what the card looks like. And there it is. Here is the gift box pop-up card. Now this is a great card to make for Christmas, for Valentine's Day, or even for someone's birthday. Now if you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel, or you could also find me at creativepopupcards.com or facebook.com/creativepopupcards. Thanks for watching Creative Pop-Up Cards.